coffee.
No, I wish I had coffee left over, but I drank it all too fast.
You drank it too fast.
I know.
You make a cup and then you have to leave half for the podcast.
I didn't. I just was enjoying it too much and I just drank it all.
You should have made another one, but I know how hyper you get.
After especially if I'm having a third coffee before midday.
And then I need another one just to deal with your hyperness.
Yeah.
And then it ends badly for everybody.
I know. No one wants that. Jumping around trying to sit still doing a podcast. No.
Some people do. Some people pay for that. There's Patreons for that. But us, no, we don't charge Patreon. All our content here is free.
Yeah, free of charge for everybody, wherever you want to get it on YouTube, Spotify.
Yep.
All the other ones.
All of them.
All of them.
Well, welcome back. It's episode 18 of Look Mum, I'm Hustling podcast. It's been a long slog. We've almost at 20 episodes. We've been doing this for 8 months now.
Yeah, even we're up to episode 18, just because we do it every 2 weeks, it doesn't really feel like it's been that long,
Feels
but
like
it actually has.
Feels like it's number 8.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't even feel like that we've done 18, which is crazy. I'm so proud of ourselves because that's awesome.
We have to get to weekly, but we just don't know how we can fit it into the schedule at this point.
Yeah, we are so busy.
Weekly is the goal, but trying to organise guests and think of new topics and stuff every week.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard.
Yeah. It's not the easiest sometimes, especially with in our particular environment. We're not going out as much.
At all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, at all. Not really going out much at all. But it's just absorbing, what's on the news. I get to go to work most days a week, which is very, very lucky. And then, it's just what those kids are talking about and all that kind of thing.
What are the kids talking about?
It's more of just everyone's heaps into food at the moment, and then everyone's just heaps into upcoming tech because everybody's at home, and heaps of those engineers and developers and all that kind of stuff are at home just doing stuff they want to do. Meddling
in the technology dark arts.
Yeah. And just sort of I don't know, it's pretty interesting the type of stuff that might come out of being in lockdown and all that particular sort of that thought process fuels the new sort of technology that comes out as well. It's all going to be at home focused.
New innovations.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen that last year a bit, right? In 2020, in the first sort of wave of when everyone was locked down. Now in 2021, different countries are at different stages of vaccinations and opening up. So I guess so, but some places are more open, so then they might be back to normal more.
Yeah.
But people are more home-based, more homebodies now for sure.
Yeah.
Sort of forced to, I guess.
Yeah, think about all the work from home stuff, and then even sort of that technology or software or programs that support that work from home stuff. People are going to be maybe funding that sort of area more because
investing in that stuff, you reckon?
Yeah. Well, it's they're probably same as you know how Afterpay shot up when everybody went in lockdown because people were shopping online, places like DocuSign. So people oh, what are these type of companies?
The hell is DocuSign?
Isn't it DocuSign?
I have no idea what DocuSign is.
It's a digital signature.
Signing.
Yeah. So for important documents, because just say, no, we used it for our real estate because we couldn't go in and sign a new lease, so we had to use DocuSign.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Everyone uses that then. It's a industry standard or something.
Yeah. But it's just curious, if those bigger sort of tech companies are going to do those sort of, whether it's robotics or something that's more for at home rather than commercial use.
Robotics at home, what's the robot from Jetsons?
Oh, I was going to say Judy.
No.
It has to be.
It's Judy's his wife, isn't it?
Oh, is he his wife? It has to start with a J, but
his son, Elroy.
Jet. I don't know. It's not Jet. I think Jet's the dog, right?
Yeah.
Or
Jet. They wouldn't call it Jet Jetson. That's not a thing.
No, Jet Jetson.
No. If someone named you Jet Jetson, you wouldn't be too happy with the world.
What about Jeff Jetson?
Jeff Jetson's a bit more passable.
Yeah, Jeff Jetson.
Or Jeff Jefferson.
Jeff Jefferson.
That's going to be that's a common one for sure.
It's like Matt Matheson.
True.
Yeah. John Johnson.
John Johnson. What about?
We're so, who else is there? Oh,
I think we've pretty much nailed them in 2 seconds.
I know, yeah.
Spot on.
Or the two first names. But it's like what's that other movie called? Oh, like Bicentennial Man with like Robin Williams?
Will Smith? No.
No, Robin Williams. Like he's because like that's
I just know the DVD case, but
yeah.
I can understand the premise of the movie just by looking at it, but it probably needs to be a rewatch.
But it's like a Butler style.
He's a butler. So it's the same as the Jetsons, just in
but it's like
live action with Robin Williams.
Modern day form. But like then he just goes through like this. It's like a really sad movie as well because he tries to go through because he wants to become human because like
that's always the problem though.
Yeah, because they start to like learn emotions and all that kind of thing, and then want to be like us or like they want to be recognized.
Why would you want to be more human though? It's horrible.
I mean, it's pretty tough at the moment.
Just stay in my cyborg form for a little longer.
Yeah. But like I think I was reading an article the other day, like Tesla is making...
I've seen some headlines. I haven't looked into it though. What's the deal? He's making
he's making like a...
robot.
Like a humanoid style robot. Because like what I was reading and it sort of makes sense, like the cars that he's make, it is AI, like they're learning programs. So he's essentially putting like that, but into like a humanoid form.
Right.
Yeah. And
so
then,
just with limbs, functioning limbs that can replicate human movements.
Yeah. Well, that's like what a lot of those like robot techs try to do. So you've got all the popular ones. They'll do the simple things like lifting heavy stuff. They run fast. They can, I don't know, do that like manual labor.
Play chess real good.
Yeah, play chess real good. Yeah. The manual labor style stuff or like the unsafe, like dangerous sort of task. Like that's what a lot of the modern day robots are being built for.
Like crazy mining things, yep.
You know, like maybe like deep sea sort of stuff, like all those type of things that is a little bit too dangerous for humans, but humans still do it because we don't have any alternatives. Like that's what
What's the most dangerous job that hasn't been outsourced to a robot yet?
I heard like working on top of windmills is like pretty dangerous.
Working on top of a windmill.
You know, like the wind turbines for
like
wind
at the
energy.
center where like the center point is.
Yeah, like they have to climb up to the very, very top of those like wind turbines.
Yeah.
To like fix them, like maintenance. Like
the ones that are like 100 out in the middle of the field in the middle of nowhere.
I heard those are pretty dangerous because it'd be so windy up there, obviously, because that's why they have wind turbines. And you've got to go up there and fix something. That would be pretty dangerous.
Surely that can be replaced by a robot for sure.
Possibly.
Like don't listen to this and think that we're promoting or advocating for automation of all industries and replacement of the workforce with robots. Just curious, that's all. Yeah. Wind turbines.
Yeah, like I've heard that's a pretty dangerous one. Obviously, like one of the more, not famous ones, but like common ones is like a firefighter. So going into like burning buildings.
Yeah, like bomb deactivation, disposal type things.
I'm pretty sure the military already have something like that. They would have like those sort of like humanoid ones that, you know, can jump, run, but they can like go in and like, you know, with the sensors, like, you know, see there's a bomb in there and like probably activate it if it's like a safe zone and like make it go off.
So that's the extreme version.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure like the military already has something like that. So
they're the ones that don't want to become human. They're like, what's stopping one of those ones from wanting to become human like Bicentennial Man? Like there's programming, obviously, right?
Yeah.
But all program is like corruptible to a degree.
For sure.
So,
but like the current tech that we have now is not really at that stage of you know, wanting to become humanoid. You know, I can't imagine Siri or was it Bixby or Alexa.
That's more, that's the machine learning as opposed to like robotronics.
Robotronics or like, robotronics. Or like just like learning, because you already have stuff out there that learns human emotions and recognizes it, and then, you know, the police would use that sort of technology to see if they're like lying, you know, like with the, you know, if they smile, like they twinge, or I don't know, some sort of minute facial expression that sort of gives something away. Like you've already got machines that sort of recognize that.
So like robotics and artificial intelligence have been like in sci-fi movies for like decades now, right? Like people have predicted it for a while.
Yeah.
Like surely it's like right around the corner, right?
It would have to
like,
be.
For like to the degree of like humanoids.
Yeah.
Like Cylons.
Well, that's where some of the part that I was getting in of like people being at home a lot, like these past 2 years, like they're able to like focus on, you know, because imagine a lot of like engineers and stuff. I'm just typecasting, but like maybe nerds or like sci-fi nerds and stuff. So could you imagine like if you sort of knew how to make that tech, would you like work on like little side projects at home?
Yeah. Of course you would.
Yeah. Make like little robots or, you know, the future.
BattleBots. Remember BattleBots? I think it was on MTV.
Was that like some would actually be like remote control cars, but some would actually have like a big
They'd
saw.
have like hammers and saws and stuff, not really robots.
Yeah, because that was more remote control. Like it wasn't really.
We really know what we're talking about too much with the robots.
Yeah, we don't know too much. But I think like besides like Tesla trying to make his, you know, Robin Williams style sort of robot at home, like there's still like real ones out there.
So what, like tell me, have you looked into the Musk bot? That's what I'm going to call it that from now on. Musk bot.
Oh, the Musk bot. Yeah, the Elon one.
So like what is it? Is it like an open source thing where you can program it to do whatever, or does it have like, are there like variants that do like you basically outlined a bunch of stuff that was task oriented.
Yeah.
Stuff that can run fast, not get blown up.
That's like
so
the common
you want
sort
a
of ones.
versatile, all-purpose bot, right?
Well, you know how he talks a lot about like his Neuralink tech?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't even know too much about that, so I'm just going to brush past like the Neuralink thing. But like that was
sharing communication via thoughts.
Yeah. So that was like the whole aspect, but having more of like a medical focus, I think what it was. So, you know, because people at home, people are getting sick, all that kind of stuff. So like there was like if you have a medical bot at home that could scan you on a regular basis and be like, oh, I've noticed something, you should go to the doctors. Yeah. So it'd be like medical. Another one would just be if you say, hey, go get the groceries, it would automatically know what to do.
So they're all the same. I'm trying like the same bot though, the same.
Yeah, so it all does it in the same. So it'd be
like the same. It's the same shaped body. Like it's just like a white fucking clone thing, right?
It'd probably look like one of his cars. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you can medical one makes sense for sure.
Yeah, but it'd be like an all-in-one. So it'd be having like medical help. You say go get the groceries. It already knows like what groceries you need because it's learnt through over time, like what groceries you have. So it'd be like a doctor, a butler, a chauffeur, like all that kind of stuff in one.
Wow. You'd expect it to have outfit changes for sure. You don't want your butler doing like medical examinations on you with the like cufflinks right up in your, you know.
Yeah.
It's my thoughts.
I was going to say you don't really put like clothes on technology, but I guess you put a phone case on a phone. Like you do dress it up. You put stickers on it. Yeah.
You want to flex it up. Everyone's about, you know, accessorizing and flexing. You want your robot to like.
I'm sure you can have a shiny red one if you wanted to. But yeah, like that's
shiny red one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Teslas have red's like one of their popular colors. I think. Yeah, plaid. Sure. Why not put a mohawk on it? You know. Yeah, but like that's the idea of that sort of style robot, but we're like no way near there yet. But like you said, it could be around the corner.
What would be cool is like these Teslas have like self-driving. I'm not sure all the models, but I think most of them are, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, you have the bot and the car because I know like there's concerns over the self-driving aspect, like in crash and stuff. You're supposed to like technically
it's the whole pedestrian scenario type thing. You're
supposed to be like aware of the road and stuff and be ready to grab the wheel at any time. But what if you have your bot just driving your car, so you just have a permanent chauffeur in your car all the time? And you don't have to drive ever. Like that would be the way to go.
Yeah. Well, you do have can't even remember the movie, but you have like you just sit in the back seat, like the car just drives you everywhere. Yeah, that would be like eventually those self-driving cars. So the car would just automatically drive you, and it'd just be seats in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you wouldn't really need a bot in there because the bot would be built into the car.
Seems like it's easy hijacking though. Like think about all the car chase hijack movies in the past. Can't really do that if you're sitting in the back and have no control. You get kidnapped straight away.
Instead of like thugs like breaking into your car, it's all these like nerdy like hacker kids
stealing your crypto.
Yeah, so it'd be a change of gangs, obviously, with that.
A medical bot makes sense. Like even for me, with a nutrition background, if they took some like a blood work, like a small amount of blood work every day, and was like, you're down in this vitamin. Yeah. I'll buy you some supplements or like let's eat some more grapefruits.
Yeah. Understands your hormone levels, like you said, vitamin levels, would like CT scan you like once a week or something like that. Give you an eye exam, check out your teeth.
Wouldn't it be too big and clunky though? It's like human size.
Yeah, but all that would be
melt
like
down
software.
like Alex Mack.
No.
Oh, into a jar.
No, that was more radioactive. That's not really
That
AI
would be dope though. Because it all comes down to like size, right?
Yeah, it might
that's what she said.
it's foldable. It folds into this nice little box. Like a transformer.
Imagine it just melts into Alex Mack and then you just go.
Yeah.
And then it just forms.
Like those lights. The clapping lights. Or the touch lamps.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
But it wouldn't be too clunky because it'd all be all that tech would be software based, right? So obviously it'd have like maybe a scanner on there. It might have.
Sorry, I gotta stop you. I keep getting the image of that big white blob from, was it My Hero 6? That's all I'm thinking of for some reason. Sorry, carry on.
He's so cute. But it would have scanners and stuff on them, and then everything else would just be software based. So just need but obviously that will. So, technology gets smaller and smaller and smaller, so eventually it would work. But obviously the first one would be super clunky. I mean, if you have a look at the robots now, they're so clunky. I think there's what's the popular one? The Boston Dynamics?
I know the name. I don't know I know they're like the forefront of like pioneering and creating like crazy robotics, right? But
they're the one that do Spot the Dog.
Yeah.
Sure. So there's like this robotic dog, obviously, and it's just one of those classic ones because that's what they do now. Like it runs fast, it jumps, it can lift things, all that kind of stuff. And they do a lot of like military sort of style ones. So they're like, the really, really clunky ones that can jump on a box really high and, carry all like the tools or the weapons or whatever.
So that's the thing though.
Utility.
Utility if you want like a savage dog, a savage robotic Doberman.
Yeah. No, but
like,
they're...
all these technologies always start... I learned this in high school. Some teacher told me, and it's always stuck with me, and not many things stick with me from that far back. Pretty much any technology is always like started and implemented and designed with like military in mind, and then it gets adopted like mainstream, like internet and stuff is like it was used for technology. Like the internet technology was used for military purposes, communication. Pretty much every technology is designed for military and stuff initially, and then it gets...
I can see that happening because that's where the government always put more money into the military, so that's where all the funding would go as well. So that's where it would like probably first develop.
It's pretty like, you got to be ahead of the game if you want to win wars.
Obviously, you've got like, the universities that have like the solo projects or those like entrepreneurs that fund those ones. Fair. Obviously, like Tesla or something like that, but... like those bigger ones will probably mostly come from like the military first for sure because that's where all the money is for funding.
So like those robotic dogs, right?
Yeah.
Why not just get one of those as a guard dog?
They're probably, I think...
Because how often would you need that to be like activated? Let's say you have a robotic guard dog and it folds up into a little iRobot type thing. So it's not like it's patrolling all the time. It's like the second there's like an alert, like it's there straight away.
So like, the Ring doorbells?
Yeah.
So like it'd be like in the Ring doorbell box and then when it alerts or it jumps out or like unfolds and knows there's like a...
Let's go one step further. Not a dog, a snake, and it just spits venom out of the light.
I think the dog seems a little bit more classic. What about a cat or what about a lion?
Just thinking just the major deterrent. Maybe just pepper spray out of the light.
Yeah.
Potentially. You don't even need robots.
Yeah, but what happens if they go around to like the window or something? You need something that can come out and like chase something out of your property.
I don't know. I was looking at other like jobs that would be taken away by robots.
Yeah. Besides the Ring doorbells?
And besides the dogs.
Yes.
Yeah. They took her jobs. There's a masseuse named Emma.
Oh, really?
And she does like Chinese massages.
Oh,
and her like remedies and acupuncture and stuff.
What does the robot look like? Is it like a humanoid looking one?
It looks
or is
like
it just
something at the dentist, but with like like the Theragun. With just like a bunch of Theragun arms.
Yep.
Pretty dope.
Yeah, so it's just like coming from the roof.
With just like a big pivoting arm like at the dentist type thing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and gives you like a really good massage.
Apparently. Yeah. But acupuncture, if it malfunctions, goes in too far. I don't know if that's...
But like...
safe.
Acupuncture should be all right because they use like machines for surgery, so it would be so precise. It would be fine. Like if you have machines that can go into like vessels and whatever, you'd have a machine.
Why didn't they use machines for Dr. Death? All those people died.
I think it was in the early 2000s. I don't think the tech was there just yet.
No, fair enough.
Yeah, it's like so much has happened in such a short amount of time. Like
exactly. So like, how far away are we from this?
6 months. No, not 6 months.
Prepare yourself. Lock the doors.
No, it would be just around the corner, and you have like all these like little companies that are doing either the masseuse one that you were just talking about. I think I was reading there's like one called RoboBear or BearBot or something.
BearBot sounds like a better branding.
Yeah. And it's like a robot that looks like a big bear, and it helps like lift elderly patients like when they're moving them from room to room.
Like a teddy bear.
It's not fluffy or anything. Like it looks like it's metal.
Pure
like,
Big Six.
Yeah, like pretty much.
My Hero 6.
Yeah, and like lifts them up and like moves them from room to room, and is like a bear to make it seem like more friendly. Super cute.
What would be? Let's say they had. Let's say that you had to pick one robot.
Mm-hmm.
You can only have one robot.
Yeah.
To have, this is a very long, thought out question. If you had one robot to do one task at home, what would it be?
Oof. Ooh, this is like a really good question. And it doesn't matter about like the technology doesn't exist anymore or anything like that.
Doesn't exist anymore. What,
I mean, it doesn't exist.
You use a typewriter.
No, sorry, the technology is not existing yet. Like, can
whatever.
It be a future?
Just some robot that can do a task around the house.
Yeah, cooking.
So just
like a chef robot.
So why not take it one step further? Not even have the robot and just go full replicator like Star Trek and just have a box.
Ooh, that'd be cool. But like, what is the food made out of?
It's atoms.
Atoms?
Yeah. Just assemble atoms from atom space and bring them down and form a McMuffin.
That McMuffin. That tech, I think, is a little bit further away than the AI tech.
That's true.
Yeah, that's I mean, well, because of Star Trek, we do have mobile phones, so thank you for that.
Oh, the robot chef would cook everything to perfection, though.
It would,
or like the dicing would be exact.
It would be like, and because it'd be obviously a chef robot as well, it would know like all the new, I guess, nutrition info, all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
it'd just be like, do you want to meet 60% of your requirements in one meal? You're like, yeah, sure, and then that just makes it for you.
Yeah, like I'm craving this. I feel like this week.
We should develop that.
Yeah, chefbot.
With our chefbot.
Chefbot.
I need another example. I need a second name option.
Chefbot, or what about you? I was going to say Yummy Bot, but that's
Yummy Bot.
Yeah. Cookie Bot.
Cookie Bot.
Cookie Bot. Cookbot.
I got nothing coming to mind. So
no. What about
Chop Bot?
Chop Bot. No. Maybe, or it could be. Maybe you have to look up chef in like different languages, and maybe something nice will sound out.
RoboCook.
RoboCook, like RoboCop?
Oh.
RoboCook.
Let's just make a real bad B grade movie. RoboCook. Where's the whiteboard? That's a new idea.
Put that down. RoboCook. So like someone like steals your asparagus and then you have to go on a hunt and have to try and find it.
Comes back to not burn a meal from the past.
Oh. Or imagine if it just comes into like Gordon Ramsay style and like really terrible kitchens and like comes in and like fixes it all up. Be like, you guys have a problem. Yeah. And it'd be have like, have the glasses across like RoboCop and everything.
I like the idea of the vehicle and transportation for sure. Because like in this day and age, no one wants to get public transport anymore. No. And sometimes, and you always say, you're like, not driving is a waste of time, but you could be doing so many else. Like just say if you got a long trip that's like an hour, there's so many other things you could get done in that hour if you weren't driving. Yeah. Yeah. Would that be your pick at home if you had a robot that could do anything? Maybe just a shoulder to lean on.
What about my shoulder?
I'd probably...
You'd probably like the massage one, actually.
Nah, I wouldn't. I'd get over it after a month. Yeah.
What about a personal trainer? Nah.
Nah, I think probably the just eyes. Just someone that has eyes, like for the vehicle, basically.
Oh, like a like a security system.
Like a virtual assistant.
Yeah.
That can drive.
Right. So it's like
They just do everything for me.
So it's like a Siri, Google sort of like can like voice assist as well. Like, will talk back to you.
Yeah, sure.
So it'd have like the facial recognition. It would have the voice recognition. Would it sort of? Could you have like
would
a
it just be
conversation
cheaper to
with
hire
it?
a human assistant at this point?
Are you just looking for like a friend?
Like, what would these robot cost?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you're looking
Would
at-
it be a one-off cost, or would you have to like pay for it initially and then have a
that's-
subscription base?
That's what one thing I was curious about with the Musk bot. What if it has like firmware updates, like packages, right? Like Ozstar, a bit dated, Foxtel
Yeah.
has like sports, entertainment. What if you have to like buy packages, like upgrades? So
Oh, it'd
initially,
be like a kitchen package, a laundry
Yeah.
package, a gardening
well,
package.
not that lame or boring. It'd be
I'd just say it'd be like a household package, like a security package.
yeah. And then one would be
Sports
like
package.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. That would make sense, yeah. You could, or...
But then it'd have to be, you got to think about how, let's assume mass adoption, right? Like everyone's got an iPhone. Let's say it gets to the point where everyone can afford one of these. Think about how many iPhones are on the planet right now. Like you've had one, like a new one every 2 years on average, right?
Yeah, it's either
So
iPhone or
many.
Samsung, yeah.
So like Earth and humans can't survive if they're going to replace robots that frequently, right? Like every 2 years, if they got like Muskbot 12, Muskbot 12
It would be
XR.
so bad economic-wise. I mean, not economic, environmentally.
Plus,
yeah.
there's just a more of an opportunity for the uprising in the future. Once all these robots are in landfill, they're going to rise up. That's the big concern.
iRobot style.
So the way around that is to have the one robot that is just maintained and upgraded, right?
Yeah.
Less humans to robot ratio, so we can kill them all and cull them all if they get out of control. If they get out of control.
Yeah.
Forgot where I was going with that.
Well, you were just saying like if like everyone has an iPhone, if mass adoption.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're like, what would happen if everybody has one?
Yeah. Like, how would they make their money? It would have to be upgrading on different things, right?
Unless if you had like a skeleton.
Oh, sorry, my other thought. Sorry to cut you off before I lose it. That would mean like complete monopoly, right? Like iPhone's got a huge monopoly right now, but there's other companies that piggyback and make money off the main ecosystem that is
like apps
Apple
and stuff.
So there'd be so many like third party companies that would probably make add-ons or like skins or outfits like we're talking about. That's where I was going. Sorry. So there's potential. There'd have to be a potential for more smaller business to like build into that and like build onto it. Otherwise, it's just Elon Musk's company just doing everything, right? Which is not great. They'll just have a huge monopoly.
Yeah, 100%, because he does like to do everything in-house. But just say if Apple make one, then because consumerism, right? Like they need to make money off of it somehow going forward. Yeah, so it makes sense to have like the upgrades and the silicones and the apps, and maybe there's a special app that. Remember, like, the old school iPhone apps of, like, the torchlight or, like, the drinking beer. So, you'd buy... There'll be dumb apps like that that could, do a particular dance move or something.
Do you want to do a dance move? No, a dance move. Yeah,
Is that...
that's better.
That's it better? That's my attempt at a very terrible thing.
All right, well, we can't afford a robot, and the house is pretty in shambles and a bit cluttered right now. So I think we have to go and end this podcast and clean it up because we don't have an iRobot.
Oh, can we get a robot?
We have a vacuum.
We do have a vacuum.
We can maybe put like a Google mini speaker on there, and it can speak back to us, and we can act as if it is a mini robot.
Yeah, maybe we can get a Roomba and then
just ask, "Hey Google, is it clean?" And they're just like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah. Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, and you're like, again, really? All right, we'll wrap it up there.
No one listens to me.
Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of Look Mum, I'm Hustling, episode 18. We're this close to 20.
I know.
Don't forget you can subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcast and Spotify as well. You can also watch the video version over on YouTube and find us on social media. Instagram.com/
Look Mum, Hustling.
All right, thank you guys. See you in the next episode. See ya.
Bye.